Hey, what's up, everybody? David here with Candus Rucker, aka the Real House Hunter of Dallas. So,
Yes.
talk a little bit
Hi,
about
everybody.
her real estate. So, first, I want to know how you came about the name, the Real House Hunter of Dallas. You a Housewives fan?
I am
Okay. Okay.
slightly, but I'm not from Dallas. I'm
Okay.
actually from Detroit, Michigan. So I actually met with a friend at lunch, and I was like, "Hey, I need something to make me stand out.
Yeah, you
I'm
gotta
not
brand
from
yourself.
here. I
Uh-huh.
don't know anybody.
Uh-huh.
How can I stand out?" And I was like, "Well, what about the real professional of Dallas?" And
Uh-huh.
he was like, "No,
Yeah,
that's not gonna work."
Yeah,
And
yeah.
he was like, "What about the Real House Hunter of Dallas?" And I was like, "No, that's a little too aggressive. I'm not from here. I think that comes with a lot of weight, that
Yeah,
name."
yeah.
And he was like, "Well, what about the Real House Genie?" I was like, "Nah, that's too weak."
Yeah.
So I actually did another video, a
Okay.
live video for an open house that I was doing.
Okay.
And the guy was like, "Just be natural and just go ahead and do it." And I was just, before I knew it, I was like, "Hey, it's Candus, the Real House Hunter of Dallas."
Just came out.
And I was like, and at that moment, I knew that that was a name that I was going to stick with and really nurture and build up. So that's how it all came about.
Okay. So, how'd you get here from Detroit?
I actually was a relationship banker with Chase for
Okay.
about 5 years. So what I did is I transferred locations, and that's how I kind of got here from Detroit to Dallas. And it really was a toss-up between Houston and Dallas, and Dallas actually called me first for the position.
Okay.
So that's how I even got here.
Okay. You happy with the choice?
I am
Okay.
very happy, very
Okay.
happy. It's crazy because as being a relationship banker, we were taught to manage a book of business, grow the investment portfolio, and really nurture relationships with people.
Okay.
So I really feel like God really ordered my steps in that, because it has positioned me to kind of get into this role. I'm nurturing a book of business. I'm building relationships constantly, and I'm growing it daily by talking to people. So I really think it goes hand in hand. It's just a different product that I'm pushing houses now.
Okay, makes sense. So why'd you make the transition from Chase to real estate?
I was really afraid to do it, but I've always had a passion for real estate. I actually owned some real estate back in Michigan, and I had my license for about a year and a half during that market crash. So it was always something that I entertained, even while I was at Chase. I couldn't do it at Chase because it's a conflict of interest, because Chase offers mortgages. So I wasn't able to hold my license, but it kept nudging at me, and I talked to so many people, my clients that would come into the bank. I'm like, "How's the real estate market here in Dallas?" And they're like, "It's great." And I really was afraid because, one, I'm not from here, so I don't know the market that well. Didn't have any family that I could really rely on that lived here that could help support me while I made my transition. So those are all factors that I had to consider before making that move. But I prayed about it, and I promise you, it's like God just gave me the greatest peace. Like, even when I put my 2 weeks notice in, I wasn't scared. I knew that I would be successful, because I don't know. I can't explain it. You know how you get those feelings?
Yeah.
It was one of those things where the spirit, I know I'm a spiritual person, but it's just God gave me that green light to go ahead and pursue it. So here I am.
Okay, cool. So what advice would you give to somebody that's maybe not necessarily real estate, but is in that 9 to 5 and wants to make that leap, but it's kind of scared for whatever reason?
I would say, really pray about it. Really pray about it, and always exercise wisdom. So I'm not going to sit up here and tell you that I just left my job and didn't have finances. I saved. I had money. So I would say make sure you have at least, I would say, a year, especially in real estate. You need about a year of savings just to jump out and make sure that you're supporting yourself financially. So wisdom, make sure that you have the money that you need to support yourself. You know the type of lifestyle you live. I cut back on a lot of things that I did. I was like preparing myself to make these adjustments in my lifestyle, so that once I made that leap, it wasn't such a huge shock. So, and the next thing I would just say, trust God and just do it. You will never know. I knew, like, if I did it, I was educated. I had security licenses. And I knew that if something happened, I could easily get a job. But I just wanted to trust in what I felt inside and just do it. And, it's worked out, thankfully.
Okay.
I've been extremely blessed. But I would just say, just do it. Trust that inner voice, that keeps nudging at you. Just do it and trust and have faith.
Okay, so real estate is a big relationship business. You talk about moving here with no base from Detroit. So what kind of steps did you take to build a base, or how did you go about getting clients in first?
I was doing a lot of lease clients. Me being at the office constantly and people seeing that I was consistent and just showing up, a lot of people gave me opportunities. And a funny story, I before I left Chase, I was dealing with a gentleman that was buying a ton of lots. Mm-hmm. And he ended up allowing me to list those lots. It was like 60 lots. So I'm 7 months into the business, and this guy gives me the opportunity to list these lots. Now, it was a disaster on listing the lots because they were scattered lots. They were in very, very rough areas. However, I was able to meet and connect with Habitat, and a lady by the name of Miss Tasha, she helped me. She gave me opportunity to work with them and list some of those houses. So I was just out hustling. Like I would hand out my flyers. I would door knock. I would be at gas stations handing out flyers, grocery stores. Like you can't have a ego. When you're working, like you can't be above anything. You just have to, not saying don't have integrity or a standard, but you really have to be willing to be flexible and do whatever it takes to become successful. So I was out there knocking on doors, pretty much begging people like, hey, just give me an opportunity.
Yeah, you're gonna be told no a lot of times before.
A lot of times, but you can't let that. You have to remember why you do things in the first place. You know what you've seen, the vision you had, and you got to, be relentless in your pursuit no matter what it looks like. And that's kind of what my mentality was. I was like, man, my back, your back. It's amazing what you see within yourself when your back is kind of against the wall. Like you'll never know what is in you until you don't have anything else or anyone else to turn to. So I was just like constant grind mode every single day. And that's pretty much how I did it. Like you said, you get a lot of no's. I got a ton of no's.
That was my next question. How many no's would you say you got before you got that yes, or like on average before you kind of felt you were established or kind of knew what you were doing?
I can't even tell you because it was that many. It was that many no's. All I knew is like when I got a yes, it kind of took me back. I was like, oh, you said yes. And you build that confidence. Once you start closing a deal or two, you start having confidence because you went through the process. You know what it looks like. You know what it takes, and you know how to work with people. So you just gotta keep going after it. I wouldn't even get so caught up in how many no's you get. Just know I'm eventually gonna get a yes.
Okay, cool. So what's outside of real estate? What's something folks may not know about you? You do to have fun or something? Whatever you want to throw out.
I love the Lord. I'm really, my faith, my passion for God is really important to me. It's like you can't get me without that. I think people see it automatically just the way I maintain and live my life. So ministry is something that I'm really going in and pursuing, taking classes. So a lot of people don't know that. Some people do, but ministry and the Word of God is something that's extremely important to me and a part of who I am.
Okay, cool. Good to know. So I guess my last question is it's a housewives question. So I just started watching that because of due to my wife. So she watches it, so by default I watch it. So like you watch the Atlanta series. So what did you think of that reunion? Because I watched when Phaedra was telling all those lies. Yeah, what did you think of all that?
You know what? I didn't catch the finale, the season finale, but the thing with social media, they'll keep you abreast of everything that's going on TV. So, I just think she's in a hard spot. They're bringing up a lot of stuff that she's done, but things happen, and I don't really know. When I watched it really heavily, I like Nene Leakes, and I actually like Kim Zoliak. Yeah, I really liked her too. So
is that the one from Living Single, her? Or
No,
somebody else?
she was the white chick.
Oh, okay, I know
that's
who that
married to the
is.
football player.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
I really liked her. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, the other one's Kim Fields. Okay,
Yeah.
okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay. So
You know you're a newbie.
I know a little bit. I've been watching for two years
Yeah.
now, so I know a little bit. Okay, cool. That's all. That's all I got. Appreciate your time. Thank you. And how should we get in contact with you?
Yes, you guys can reach me email CandusRucker@kw.com. You can also hit up my website www.therealhousehunterofdallas. I'm all over. Just type The Real House Hunter of Dallas. I'm the only one that's doing it, so you'll find me easy. So thank you, David, for this opportunity.
All right.
And David, he's with Wells. He's a loan officer, great loan officer. Worked with him on a deal we just closed. He was awesome throughout the whole process. So if you want a trustworthy, reliable loan officer,
I appreciate it. Thank
that's
you.
your plug.
So okay.
Pay me later. Pay me later.
That's it. Thanks. Will this clicker work? No, it never does. I think it goes only for 10 minutes.